Hey everyone, today we are making some healthy pumpkin spice muffins. These are A blood type, nutrition friendly. They are no sugar, no butter, and gluten-free. So they can meet a lot of your nutrition goals if you're looking for something healthy and pumpkin and delicious for this season. So we're gonna get started. First of all, this recipe calls for oat flour, or if you don't have oat flour, you can use, if you have rolled oats and you have a food processor, you can make your own oat flour. You just have to make sure that your end product, when you have the flour, is going to equal the amount that you need in the recipe. So I'm using about a cup and a fourth, maybe a little bit more than that. And then I have this 9-grain flour that I'm gonna try. So the original recipe is just oat flour, and that's gonna keep it gluten-free. But I have this flour as well that I'm gonna try a 4th cup of, because I just wanna see how the combo is, because this is sprouted whole grain flour, and I'm gonna do a video about this flour and what I learned from it, because sprouted whole grains are much better for you than your regular like whole wheat flour. And for A blood type, actually not supposed to eat whole wheat flour. It is very difficult on our digestive system, but sprouted whole grain flour we can eat. So I was trying a lot of things with this flour. I got a 9-grain flour. I'll make a video about it. But anyway, I put a little bit in this. If you are keeping this gluten-free, just stick to oat flour. When I first made this recipe, I made it only with oat flour and it was delicious. So I definitely recommend that, but we're gonna try this time. And then this uses a lot of pumpkin spice. I will put a link. Pat's Pantry is my favorite. They're in Oregon. I got to visit them in person when I went to a little getaway to Astoria with my best friend. And I just love their little shop. They ship across the US, I believe, and they have really high quality spices and tea. They have amazing tea. So I get my tea there, and I love to get my pumpkin pie spice, and they'll have other fun blends, like they have apple pie spice and a lot of other fun things, but really good spices. Okay, so we're gonna use half a tablespoon, not a whole tablespoon. And I am making only 6 muffins right now because my family doesn't like pumpkin, if you can believe that. So, but I will definitely eat 6 over a few days or share them. And then baking powder, I'm gonna do a 1.5 teaspoons. And then I'm gonna do salt, just like a scant, because I'm dividing the recipe. There's my oven, it's preheated to 375. I'm having the recipe, so I have to estimate some of these things, but do just a little under half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then that should take care of our dry ingredients. And then we have half a cup of packed pure pumpkin puree. Get that out with this. Okay. And this one is Libby's. I also really like Trader Joe's has an organic pumpkin puree that's really good. So I go back and forth. And then this is a 1/4 cup of honey, and you can use honey or maple syrup. I actually used maple syrup last time I made these, so I'm gonna try it with honey and see if I notice difference or which one I like better. But I was learning recently that honey and maple syrup are so much better for you than sugar. So I've been really looking for recipes that use these for sweeteners. I also like things less sweet, so I have over the years become less sweet addicted, less sugar addicted. So I like it less sweet anyway, but it's also so much better for your body, for your digestion, for your metabolism, for everything. Refined sugar is just not, as you probably know, not good. So I've been looking for those recipes, and I'll be sharing a lot more of those recipes too. which I'm super excited about. Okay, and then half a teaspoon of vanilla. And this is avocado oil. And we're gonna do a tablespoon and a half. Again, I'm making a half batch. Okay. And then we are going to do a little bit of milk. So I have some Oatly. So if you know that a blood type nutrition list, oats are top of the list and dairy is a no-no. So oat milk is our friend. And oat milk is like highly beneficial for us, whereas almond milk is fine. It's neutral. Like if you love almond milk better, go for that. But oats are highly beneficial. So it's like anywhere, and I found the more I've eaten this way, the more I just like love and obsessed with oats. I eat some form of oats like every day and have oat milk with my coffee and everything. I'm obsessed. So I'm super thankful, like praise the Lord that we have such easy access to oat milk now. And Oatly's my favorite. So half a cup of oat milk. Okay. And then we have an egg. Okay. So I think if you didn't have the egg, these would be vegan. And so maybe you could use like a vegan egg. You could try that. I haven't tried that because eggs are okay for a blood type. So perfect. Mix it up and see how it looks. Okay, so especially when I'm using things like honey, or especially if I'm experimenting, and maple syrup, I try it to make sure there is like enough sweetness to my liking. That's good. So I'm gonna give it one more whirl, and then I will see you guys on the other side when they're baked up. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys what the batter consistency looks like. I always find that helps me. It's kind of medium. So it's not really runny, but it's like, it is definitely drippy. And then if you have like this, I think it's a 2 tablespoon scoop, something like this, you can do 2 of them. And I just remembered that my husband got me a full muffin scoop, and why am I not using it? So I will use that next time. But yeah, if you have this size, 2 scoops or 1 full muffin scoop, it should be perfect. They can be like 7/8 full, like almost full. And they do puff up, but not too crazy. And there should be just about perfectly 6. Okay, see you when they're done. Hey guys, so our pumpkin muffins are done. I actually ended up with 7. So, nope, you may get more than 6 or 12, depending on if you do a full or half batch. Okay, so they come out easily. This is what they look like. So pretty. And I have 2 toppings that I want to recommend with these. I just happened to get this pumpkin butter at Trader Joe's the other day. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you, I totally recommend this. It's really yummy. This does have, it's pretty whole, clean ingredients. It does have some sugar in it. So if you're trying to go no sugar, you might not be able to do it. It's not super high in sugar though. It's not super sweet. So that's the good news. And it also is partly sweetened with honey. So that's a plus. And then the other topping is Trader Joe's organic maple butter. This is just maple syrup. So if you want to go no sugar, you can have this. And they're both absolutely delicious. I haven't tried the maple butter with this, but the last time I made these muffins, I did the pumpkin butter. It was the best thing. Okay, here's what they look like. Super soft and light. Now this is the one that has a little bit of whole grain flour, so I'm gonna taste test that. We're gonna try our pumpkin butter first. So good. I really recommend this. Yeah, these are delicious. I actually love it.
with a little bit of whole grain flour. So if you can do that for your nutrition, totally recommend that. Whatever combo you want between oat flour and whole grain sprouted wheat, or mine is a 9-grain sprouted flour, like 9 different grains. There's different kinds of wheat, and I think there's like rye and barley. And then here's the maple butter. It's really, if you haven't tried this before, it's like really thick. Just like a butter. Doesn't have any actual butter in it though, so. All right. So good. Oh my gosh. Yum. I think I'm gonna mix those together. Totally recommend both of those ways. This is gonna be a little bit more sweet with the maple butter, and the pumpkin butter is not quite as sweet, but it definitely infuses the pumpkin flavor. I'd go for that. If you want more maple, go with the maple butter, a little bit more sweet treat. If you want really pumpkin-y and just give it a little something extra, definitely go with the maple butter. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Enjoy these muffins. Know that they're so good for you, healthy, easy to digest, and God bless you. See you next time.